Hey guys, this is Markus from ml-records.de. This is the third part of my mini-series about room mics. So check out, you've already watched part 1 and 2, cause I'm explaining a lot about the mics I've used, the preamps I've used. And in this video I want to show you what you can do with the room mics and how you can process them. And also I quickly want to show you what I've done to the other tracks in terms of EQ. So stay tuned. Okay guys, let's start with the EQ of the single tracks of the drums, and we starting with the kick drum. So I'm showing you the kick drum without any EQ. And with the EQ. So a little difference here. Let's see what I've done. So I've cut it out some of the low end here. Let's have a listen. Don't know if you can hear this one. Next one is I've pushed a little bit of the frequency of the lower frequency. So this is around 110. And I've also cutted out some of the honkiness, I think, of the wood of the kick drum itself. So let's listen to this one here. Okay. And I've pushed the crack frequency around 1.6K. Sounds like this. And I've also pushed the frequency around 4K for the higher click. So this is more like a rock setting. If you want to go to a metal setting, you going with a high push of the frequency, you more about 8K to 10K here. And I don't need this for this example, and I've also cut it out some of the all about above 12K. So no need for this one, for this example. Yeah, let's have a before and after again. So you can hear that this one is more present, right? So let's move over to the snare drum. First without the EQ. And with the EQ. So it's more punchy and got more attack in it. And this is what I've done to it. I've cut it out everything below 98 Hertz. Let's listen to this. So you can definitely hear the kick drum in this area, and we don't want this in the snare drum mic. I've pushed the root frequency of the snare drum at 180. And I've also cut it out some of the ringiness or the honkiness at 260 Hertz. So this is a pretty nasty frequency right here. I've also lowered the mid-range a little with these two guys, one at 444 and one at 700. Let's have a listen to these two. So this is the honky one. And this also, but a little higher in the frequency. I've also boosted around 1.5K. for the crack of the snare. And at 5K. So this is a little wider, and I've also cut it out at 18K. So everything above this frequency is lowered down. So this one, as I mentioned, is a little wider because I don't got a bottom mic for this snare drum. So let's have before and after again. With the EQ. Okay, next microphone is the tom microphone. As you had seen in part 1, I've showed you a picture where I've placed this microphone. This is especially important for the toms and also fill in the gaps a little bit. Okay, with the EQ, without the EQ now. So it's a little tom section, and with the EQ. So nothing exciting here, just get rid of some of the low end here. So if this was a microphone that is only placed to go for one tom, I won't go that high in the low cut, and I won't go a little deeper around, I don't know, 30-40 hertz, depends on the tom. I've pushed a brighter range of low frequency right here, just to get some beef of the toms at 150, and also cut it out some of the ringiness at 260 round. So you can really hear the honkiness right here. And I've also made a high cut here at 15K. So let's make a before and after again. Just sounds a little cleaner, right? And next we got the overheads, and I've processed the overheads. Let's see, insert effects right here. Let's have a before and after with this one. Without. And with the EQ. So nothing special here as well, just a low cut at 130. Let's have a listen to this one. So just get rid of some of the bass drum here. And also a little push on the highs, little or more gentle at 10K. So this is just to let the cymbals and the snare drum shine a little bit more. Okay, let's have a before and after again for the overheads. And all the close mics as well as the overheads now with the EQ. Okay, so let's move on to the room mics. As I mentioned, please check out the other parts, part 1 and part 2. Where I'm going more into details about which microphones I've used, how they are gonna set up, how are the differences between these microphones, and also in part 2 I'm going to explain more about the differences between the preamps I've used. In this video we are only going to check out the room mics from SE Electronics, the Voodoo, as well as the preamps, the clean preamps from my Antilope Goliath. So let's see what I've done to these room mics. So let me solo it. It's soloed already. So without any process, it sounds like this. And with the processing, it sounds like this. So I've just put on a fat compressor, and you can hear the difference. The difference with and without the compressor is it's get more three-dimensional and more exciting. Let's have a before and after again and listen especially to the kick drum and the snare drum and how the room is more pushed to the front. So this sounds super rock drums, like the old Led Zeppelin stuff. And what I've done is pretty simple. I've set the attack and the release of the 1176 to the fastest settings. The ratio is 1:4, and I've pushed the input in a compressor that I've already reached about 5 dB of gain reduction. So we can go a little bit more crazy with this if we want to and put the room much more to the front. Let me show you this one. So this is already a little crazy setting, I think. So we going back to where we started. So this seems all right to me. So what we are doing right now, what we are going to do is we put on the close mics as well as the overheads, and then we are gently pushing in some of the compressed room and see what happens. So let's do this. So you can hear that the drums getting more space and they getting bigger and sounded more glued together for me, or more like a real drum set. So let's have a before and after again, and I'm pushing the room a little bit more. I forgot to mention that I've also got a little EQ on the room group, but this is also nothing special. I've just cut it out, all the frequencies below around 50 Hertz and everything above 18K. Let's have a listen to this again in solo. Okay. So you can hear the kick drum if you are going to listen to this with some good headphones or on your speakers. You can hear the lower bass frequency from the kick drum here. And let's have a listen to the 18K cut. So we definitely can go a little lower here to around about 15K. So again, bringing the close mics. Without the room. And with the room. So this was the last video of my little mini series about room mics. I hope I could help you with this one, and I hope you could understand the importance of the room mics as well. So they're making the drums more roomy and let them sound a little bit more like a real drum set, especially for rock stuff. This is a pretty important mic, I think. And yeah, I hope I could help you with this, and stay tuned for more. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, and also you can give me a comment if you like. So, see you the next time.